Okay, well, now what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be welding on my crossbar right here, where I'll be putting this on there. And what I did is I measured it straight across, and that's 8 inches from the outside to the outside. And I took a piece of 1/2 inch square tubing, .065, and cut it at 45 degrees on the outside here. And the reason I'm doing it like this is because later on, once I go to put the Odyssey steering column and stuff like that on there, I want to be able to have access to these with my grinder, so I can get that crap out of there. Or maybe I just might even leave it. I don't know yet. So what I did is, you can't really see it very well, but there's a little black mark here, and that black mark measures straight down to the very edge of this steel bar here, 18 inches. So from the very edge here, straight up the bar, I got it measured at 18 inches, and that's where I'm going to weld the bar on this side of the mark. So let's do it. Okay, so now I welded this into place, and then moved my collar up, welded that into place, and then I moved up that 1/2 inch collar and tacked that in there. Turn it here. So now it steers. Woo-hoo. Cool. Yeah. Now, I'm not too sure what I should work on next. I should work on the tie rods, but don't have the money to get the tie rod connections, and I've got the actual steel itself that would actually act as the rod, but I don't have the connectors, the 5/8 connectors, so I'm going to have to, I don't know how long it's going to take before I can get those, so I probably could start working on the seat, the back area, where the seat will come up. I would do that. Now another thing is, remember that when I had this offset, and this is the cradle was welded in the middle of the frame of the front, it's also going to stay parallel with the distance here. So that's why it looks like it's off. Okay. Well, now I got the steering. I'll probably maybe put some extra bracing in here. Not really too sure yet. Probably will. But when I started putting this thing together, what I initially was going to do with the rear end back here was I was going to have some 1.25 inch square tubing that would be able to slide over this back here, so that way I could adjust my seat and make the seat longer if I wanted to. But what had also happened was that when I started to do the frame around this, remember back when I first said that the steering shaft was going to go through the gas tank? Well, the reason is, when I first started designing this in the CAD program, I used a base file of an engine, the dimensions of an engine that I had already. And what I started putting together, when I got to the point of putting this on, I started looking at the CAD picture and looking at what I had here, and realized that things were looking different. Well, when I went into that base file again of the engine, and come to find out that where I grabbed that engine, I grabbed that engine from the Batmobile file, and that engine is actually at 13 horsepower. So I was going to design this frame, this subframe here that's going to go around the engine, according to a 13 horsepower engine. That's what I was thinking about doing, but I wasn't really too sure yet. But about a week ago, I was on my live chat with Blue Thunder and Blaze, off of DIY, and I told them both about it, and I wasn't really too sure what I wanted to do. I didn't know if I wanted to keep building it according to the CAD design or build it according to the 6.5 that I had in this thing. And they both agreed that I should build it according to the 6.5, because what would have happened is if I would have kept the 6.5 in here and built it according to the CAD, then this frame right here would have been just big. It would have been way bigger. And after I got my paneling on, this thing would have looked kind of goofy looking because I would have had this gimpy little engine with this big open space inside here. So they pretty much kind of helped me make the decision that I should build this according to the 6.5. The reason that I took the gas tank off and I was going to put it back here is because, according to the CAD, my steering shaft was going to be going through the gas tank. But that's not the case now. So, let me go grab the engine. So, with the engine in it, like this, I could keep the gas tank on it. So I think I'll probably do that, because initially I was going to put the gas tank back here behind the back of the chair. And like I said, this was going to be able to be adjustable too. So what I think I'm going to do now is that I will put the gas tank back on the engine, even though I don't really know about this, because I don't know if I want to put the gas tank back on here and then just make a small little part right here for your back, or stick with the original idea and put the gas tank in back so the engine will have more airflow to it. So I'm not really too sure now. Kind of at that point to where I'm not really too sure what I should do with it. So I don't know yet. But I probably will get rid of the idea of having it so that way it can slide. Have the chair so that the chair, or the back of the chair, and the gas tank being on a sliding thing, so it could slide out a few inches, so I could sit on there and one of the kids could sit on here, or what. I'll probably just make it a simple arc, comes up with an extension that comes off onto these, and it'll be solid. That's what the original idea was going to be, with a big old 13 horsepower engine on it. I didn't realize it was a 13 horsepower until I got up to the point of building this. So I don't know, what do you guys think? So what do you guys think I should do with that? Do you think I should put the gas tank back on the engine, and do it that way and just put the backing for the chair, or should I keep the gas tank off and put the gas tank behind the person driving? So I'll leave that up to you guys, because either way I can do both. I just think that it might be a little better if I keep the gas tank on the back, so that way the engine can get more airflow to it from the front. So I don't know, what do you guys think? So I'll leave it up to you guys. So let me know what you think, and I'll go on from there. So post below, and I'll talk with you guys later.